लंबोदरा गणनाथ गजानन
लंबोदरा गणनाथ गजानन
लंबोदरा गणनाथ गजानन
लंबोदरा गणनाथ गजानन
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पशुपति तनया सिद्धि विनायका
पशुपति तनया सिद्धि विनायका
पशुपति तनया सिद्धि विनायका
पशुपति तनया सिद्धि विनायका
प्रणवाकारा शंभो नंदना
प्रणवाकारा शंभो नंदना
प्रणवाकारा शंभो नंदना
प्रणवाकारा शंभो नंदना
पतिपुरीशा पाहि गजानन
पतिपुरीशा पाहि गजानन
पतिपुरीशा पाहि गजानन
पतिपुरीशा पाहि गजानन
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
हे शिवनंदन शुभानना
हे शिवनंदन शुभानना
लंबोदरा गणनाथ गजानन
लंबोदरा गणनाथ गजानन
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पशुपति तनया सिद्धि विनायका
पशुपति तनया सिद्धि विनायका
प्रणवाकारा शंभो नंदना
प्रणवाकारा शंभो नंदना
पतिपुरीशा पाहि गजानन
पतिपुरीशा पाहि गजानन
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
शिवनंदन शुभानना
हे शिवनंदन शुभानना
लंबोदरा गणनाथ गजानना
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान हे विश्वनाथ
विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ
दया करो दया करो दया करो भगवान। दया करो दया करो दया करो भगवान। हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ
दीन दयाला साई घनश्यामा। दीन दयाला साई घनश्यामा। पतित पावना हे साई रामा। पतित पावना हे साई रामा। दया करो दया करो दया करो भगवान। दया करो दया करो दया करो भगवान। हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ
दया करो दया करो दया करो भगवान। दयाला साई घनश्यामा पतित पावना हे साई रामा पतित पावना हे साई रामा दया करो दया करो दया करो भगवान दया करो दया करो दया करो भगवान हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान
Invoking the blessings of the Almighty, dignitaries, elders, staff and students, and participants from around the world. Namaste and good evening. Welcome to the day 96 of the One World, One Family cultural festival here at Sathya Sai Grama. And this evening, we confer the CSR Circle of Honor on 6 of our corporate and philanthropic partners for their support in our service initiatives. Our first partner is Daphne Instruments, a German-based company renowned for its precision and perfection. During Sadhguru's visit to Europe in March earlier this year, he had also visited the Daphne facility and an MOU was exchanged. We have a brief video of the visit. May we have the video, please? Representing Daphne Instruments today, we have the CEO, Ms. Annette Duffner, and the Junior Digital Marketing Manager, Kira Murley, and we invite them both on stage to receive the honor from Sadhguru. The company has provided surgical instruments and equipment for a medical college and hospital, and we are proud to be using such high-quality, world-class instruments. The next partner is Mission Samriddhi, founded by Polaris Foundation. Representing the foundation, we have Mr. Ram Pappu, Executive Director, and Mr. Sridhar, Program Director. We invite them both on stage to receive the honor from Sadhguru. Mission Samriddhi. Mission Samriddhi has been supporting the holistic school education of our Gurukulam students for 4 consecutive years since 2022. Our next partner is Engine Global, formerly called Thrive Digital, a healthcare subsidiary of Highmark Health. Representing the company is CFO, Mr. Arvind Srinivasan. We invite him on stage to receive the honor from Sadhguru. Engine Global has supported the Heart Valve Bank at the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. The next partner is Elecons SA Private Limited. Representing the company, we have Ms. Sonal Joshi, Managing Director, and Mr. Popatlal Chimanlal Joshi, Director, Elecons SA Private Limited. We invite them both on stage to receive the honor from Sadhguru. Elecons has supported the purchase of surgical equipment for a medical college and hospital. Our next partner is Home of Hope, based in Silicon Valley, and we invite on stage the founder, Dr. Nilima Sabarwal. Dr. Nilima has championed fundraising efforts, particularly among physicians, to support medical education for students of the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. Given a continued commitment and an ongoing role in mobilizing sponsorship for students, to the generosity of the California community, it's our honor to confer upon her the CSR Circle of Honor. Our sixth partner is Rotary International, District 3192. And we have 3 Rotarians who are going to represent the Rotary International. Professor Elizabeth Cherian, the District Governor. Mr. Kamal Kishore Karnani, President, Rotary Club of Bangalore Junction. Mr. S. Jayaraman, a Rotarian and founder trustee of Nayana Jyoti Trust. We invite them on stage to receive the honor from Sadhguru. Rotary District 3192 has extended its support towards a heart-lung machine, a fully equipped dialysis center, operation theater equipment, an advanced ENT microscope, and support for the pediatric and adult cardiac surgeries. And this evening, we have a pleasant announcement. Rotary Bangalore Junction 3192, in partnership with Pethi Foundation, has supported us towards the establishment of 10 Sai Swathya Wellness Centers. So, These centers are located at Muddenahalli, Shoolagiri, Anekal, Gauribidnur, Hoskote, Channahalli, Hasan, Shidlagatta, Penumale, and Shirsi. And Sai Sathya Wellness Centers serve as a vital lifelines for rural communities, bridging the urban-rural healthcare divide and fostering healthier and more resilient populations. And we invite back on stage Rotarian Elizabeth Cherian, and we also invite Rotarian Velupati, head of Pethi Foundation, and Ms. Lata Prasad, director CSR at our medical college, to come on stage for the digital launch of the Sai Swasthya, of the Sai Swasthya. I stand corrected. Thank you very much. And this evening, we have two speakers who will share their transformative journeys with us. The first is Ms. Rezarta Tabaku from the United States of America. She's a consciousness leadership coach, a public speaker, and founder of the Global Women's Consciousness Leadership Academy. Born in Albania, she later moved to America, where she built a successful career in investment banking and technology at institutions such as BNY Mellon, Barclays, Citi, Morgan Stanley, and Credit Suisse. Ms. Rezarta felt a deep spiritual calling which guided her to shift her path towards empowering women to lead with authenticity, courage, and inner truth. Today, through a coaching, inspirational speaking, and a forthcoming memoir, The Woman That Chose to Remember, Ms. Rezarta is devoted to helping women remember who they truly are and rise with purpose. Please welcome Ms. Rezarta Tabaku.
Dearest Sri Sathya Sai Baba, beloved Sadhguru, dear brothers and sisters, and dear students, my heart is full. I am very emotional, humbled, and deeply grateful for this sacred opportunity to share my story in your presence. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Before I tell you my story, I want to share a very old one. It is about a queen named Inanna. One day, Inanna decided to go deep inside herself, into what we might call it the underworld. Not a place in a map, but the place inside each of us where we store our fear, our pain, and our shame. At first gate, she was asked to give up her crown. At the next, her clothes. At each gate, she lost something she thought she needed to feel powerful. When she reached the bottom, she had nothing left. No title, no identity, no protection, only herself. And in that silence, she met parts of her heart she had forgotten. The child who was scared, the voice that apologized before speaking, the part that tried to earn love by being perfect. Inanna didn't run. She sat with them quietly and whispered, "You belong to me too." When she returned, she was not who she had been. Her strength was gentler. Her crown rested on her heart that understood its own shadows. This story teaches us something very important. Sometimes we must all go down into our own hearts to heal what's been hiding. And only then we can rise in peace. Life is not a journey with a destination. It's an invitation to remember. And before I continue with my story, dear brothers and sisters and students, let me ask you 3 simple questions. Who are you when you take away every role and duty? What kind words can you offer that part of you that feels afraid? And today, right now, which part of you is asking to be seen with love? When I was a young girl, my family lived through very difficult times. We were separated from my father for 14 years. Our country was under a harsh communism government, and we, my family, was punished simply for wanting freedom. When we finally escaped, we arrived in America, a place where people said, you can become anything. I remember looking at the Statue of Liberty one morning. It felt like a promise. I thought, this is where everything begins. I wanted to make my family proud. I wanted our suffering to mean something. So I worked hard, I studied, I built a career, I climbed what people called the ladder of success. From the outside, everything looked perfect, but inside, I was becoming empty. Every time I reached a goal, another one appeared. There was no peace. Then one night, I had a dream. A saint-like figure came to me, sometimes as a man and sometimes as a woman. And he said only one thing: Rezarta, remember. When I woke up, I couldn't forget those words. I didn't understand them at the time, but something deep inside of me softened. And slowly, I realized all this running, all my proving, and all my doing were ways to trying to feel worth of love. Like in Anna, I've been walking downward, losing parts of myself without knowing. And that dream planted a seed. For many years, I kept working, helping, building, still carrying the habit of proving myself. Even when I left the corporate world, I was still chasing my worth through doing. Then one day, in New York City, I met Sadhguru. I shared my plans, my dreams, and my work. He listened very quietly, then he said softly, Rezarta, in 2 years, you will start to remember. In that moment, something inside of me broke open. It felt like the voice from my dream had returned. I began to see that I was trying to heal these frightened parts of myself by becoming someone else. The strong one, the responsible one, the one that never stopped. Like in Nana, I began to meet all my hidden parts. And this time, I didn't try to fix them. I sat with them and I said, "You are safe now." It wasn't dramatic. It was quiet. I won't lie to you. Sometimes it felt like grief, and sometimes like rest. But slowly, I felt whole again, not because I did more, but because I stopped running. From this quiet place, I began to see others differently, strong but tired, gentle but stretched, people carrying the weights of the expectations silently. I realized that what we all need the most is not another title, achievement, or plan. We need the permission to be human again, to breathe, to feel, to rest, and to remember that we are already enough. When Inanna returned from the underworld, she didn't come back as she was before. Her heart was wiser. Her strength had become love. I feel the same. And now I try to live what she had taught me, not by doing more, but living slower, kinder, and truer. Remembering is not a one-day event. It is not a formula. It is a way of living, practice in small moments. When you take a deep breath, when you forgive yourself for a mistake, and when you rest without guilt, when you let your heart soften. And now my practice is very simple: presence, witness, and a reminder. I don't stand here as someone with all the answers. I stand beside you as another human being learning to remember. This is real service. Not doing more, but being more human. When one of us remembers their worth, they silently give others permission to do the same. And when many of us remember together, the healing begins. My dear brothers and sisters and beloved students, if you take one truth from my story today, let it be this: you were born whole, not after success, not after healing, whole now. Your worth is not something you earn, it's something that you already carry. So today, begin gently. Speak to yourself with kindness. Give the frightened parts of you a seat at your heart. And tell one person next to you, I am remembering who I am. Life is not a journey with a destination. It is an invitation to remember. Let that remembering be your practice. Let it be your prayer. Let it be the way you walk the world. And before I end, I want to offer my deepest gratitude. Thank you, Sadhguru. Thank you. And thank you to Mother India for holding me, for teaching me, and for transforming me. And thank you to every person here who has supported me and helped me to stand here today with you. Namaskaram. Namaste.
Thank you, sister, for your touching speech. Our next speaker is Mr. Pavan Dadlani from the Netherlands. Mr. Pavan Dadlani was born and brought up in Peru, and he did his bachelor's in engineering in Canada. After working in the US, he moved to the Netherlands for higher studies, where he completed a PhD in industrial design. He has been working at Philips for the last 18 years. He is now the Director of Product Management, where he works on artificial intelligence in healthcare informatics. He and his family have been active members of Sadhguru's mission in the Netherlands. Mr. Pavan Dadlani.
Our most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our dear Sadhguru, Sri Madhusudan Sai. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Om Sai Ram. Offering my gratitude to Sadhguru for the opportunity to share a few words with you today. The journey started for me as I grew up in Peru, in a family of Sai devotees. In fact, I have my parents here today, visiting for the first time from Peru, in Muddenahalli. And as a child, I would attend the weekly bhajans and be involved in the Sai Center and Balvika's programs. But somehow, as I grew up, it somewhat stopped going for years. Friends, schooling, etc. But my mother would attend the events whenever she could. So when I was a mid-teenager, she asked me to join her in Sathya Sai Baba's birthday celebrations in one of the local town halls. There, in fact, I met all those people whom I met as a child in the Sai Center. They would look at me and they'll be like, oh, wow, you've grown up. Where have you been all these years? But most importantly, I noticed that there was a youth group there working together. And there was such unity. The energy was quite radiating. It was quite vibrant. And I just felt that I was missing out on something. It was a momentary thought. And one of them came to me and they said, hey, why don't you join us for Narayana Seva? And that I should join in the next one, in the coming weekend. And I just nodded along. I said, yes, whatever. Then later my mother said, okay, why don't you actually join them? So somehow with some hesitations, I went and joined them for the Seva activity. And it involved going, feeding the poor in a very impoverished area in a remote region in Lima, in a village up in a mountain. And we went up in this pickup truck, and everybody was like, crammed up there with the vessels and the food and, all there. I was quite uncomfortable, and I was thinking to myself, what am I doing here? Why did I come? It's so uncomfortable. But as we reached and we started to serve, and I saw the line of little children with their cups and plates, because we served them on the plate. They had to bring their own vessels, and we were serving them, and I saw a little child looked at me with a smile, and then I saw the parents, the children, with that feeling of gratitude and satisfaction of what we were doing, and then that was pretty much a turning point in my life. So much had happened actually, just by being in good company, and I started to become more active in the Sai youth in various Seva activities. It was like as if I was being shaped into a new person. And I remember when I was going back from that Narayana Seva in the same pickup truck, in the same bumpy road and all uncomfortable, I was just thinking to myself, oh my God, what just happened? Because as I was experiencing quite a turning point there. In fact, along the way, I decided to become vegetarian, to the shock of my parents. In fact, I just said, I'll just become vegetarian for 12 months. And my parents were like, yeah, whatever, let's see what happens. But after the 12 months, I said, well, again, point of no return. And I simply couldn't go back and remain veg. Fast forward along the years, I had the opportunity to go abroad for higher educations in Canada, go to the US for work. But by the divine will, I landed in Eindhoven, the Netherlands, out of all places, for higher studies. And ever since, have been working there. And if I look at over the last, say, almost decade, with Swami's Paravidya sessions and talks, one of the my most favorite teachings is the concept of Shraddha, which is actually quite a difficult concept to translate into English, but it's this sort of sincere feeling, when you want to achieve something or you want to start to do something, that sincere feeling or that Shraddha. And when over the years, my wife and I we were quite inspired by all those devotees around the world being active in many projects, be it here in Muddenahalli or around the globe, building ashrams, hospitals, you name it, and all those sacrifices that those people made. We were so quite inspired, and we thought, okay, let's also offer something also to Swami. But the opportunity was just not coming through. Writing letters, finding out what projects are ongoing, but nothing was happening, and there was the opportunity was just not there. But as Swami says, everything has its own time. And after a few years, we were called in an interview with many people from other countries. I believe it was in Premdeep, and Swami was launching the Feed the World program there. And I was waiting for everybody to just leave at the end. And I vividly remember I said there was nobody else, and I just fell at his feet and I said, Swami, just tell us, we want to do something, just tell us what to do. And he took a deep look and said, go back. I was actually going back the very next day, we were going back to the Netherlands. He said, go back and I will let you know. And still puzzled, like, okay, why there were no more instructions? But then again, everything has its own time. Then several months later, the Fiji project came about. And then again, that was another turning point in our lives. I said, at last the opportunity came to be part of this project of the Children's Heart Hospital, Pediatric Cardiac Hospital in Fiji and for the South Pacific. And we were so touched and inspired by the project because my wife being a mother, and if we say, well, what if it was your child? What if it is your child? Then what? And that was it for us. We went all in. We gave it all to Swami. And that experience of sacrifice and detachment was actually such a relief. It makes you truly feel free. It was yet another point of no return. And we realized that the more you detach, the more you sacrifice, the universe knows it. And in one way or the other, it all comes back to you, actually. Swami says, right, when you do his work, he'll take care of you, your family, your work, and everything. And that's exactly what we've experiencing over the last decade, actually. In fact, when we went to the opening of the hospital in Fiji, we met some of the parents of the children who were treated. And it always made us remember that we're actually serving the divinity in them, which is the same divinity that is in us. In fact, it was an opportunity to thank them for giving us the opportunity to serve them. And that was just a transformative experience for both of us. In fact, there's where we met a lot of devotees around the world, many of them are sitting here. And it was just such an amazing feeling of unity, how we all came from different parts of the world to serve in such a wonderful opportunity that we had in our hands. Fast forward to 2025, which was an eventful year to say the least. Actually, it started at the beginning of the year with the opportunity to host heart-to-heart concerts by Brother Sumit in Europe as a global ambassador to Swami's mission, and do an awareness campaign of the mission and through these concerts. And we had only a couple of months to fill 4 concert halls in Netherlands and Belgium. And I know I share the experience with many of my European colleagues over here as well for their countries. And we were wondering, how are we going to fill these halls in such a short period of time? But we worked tirelessly to reach out to the different organizations, groups, to the community across the countries. And during that period, we realized something was happening for us in the team in the Netherlands. We were actually kind of like falling in love with Swami's mission, because all along it was always Swami in the middle, and yes, there were hospitals and education centers in the background, and it was always Swami. But now there was his mission coming to the center of our lives, and that was yet another turning point. In fact, I remember my wife and I, after those months, we were looking at each other and we said, like, wow, we haven't argued. Since when was the last time we had an argument? For months we had not fought, so I was like, wow, that's That's the beauty of that. But it really made the mission the center of our lives. And this should actually remind us all that we should all be ambassadors of this mission. It's not just about one or two people, it's all of us actually becoming ambassadors of Sadhguru's mission. Through the divine will, of course, the concerts were a great success, halls were filled, hearts were transformed from all over the world. And in fact, I feel that is the biggest miracle. We see these big hospitals and whatnot, what is happening around us. But even during these last 100 days, when people come over here, and we were fortunate also to be part of supporting several countries, organizing and bringing new people actually here. And it's just amazing, no matter how much you explain to them beforehand, like, you should come and this is happening and all, and they were like, oh yeah, oh really? Yeah, just come. But when they come, they see, they experience, there is no point of return for them also. And I remember when we went back to the Netherlands, there were some new people coming from the Netherlands over here as well, and they were even making that quote, there is no point of no return. That is the transformation that Swami is actually putting on us. Dear Swami, we are forever at your service. We are still works in progress in our transformative journey, and we sincerely pray that you continue to make us instruments of your mission. Thank you. Sayadaw.
Thank you, Brother Pavan Dadlani. We now invite Dr. B.N. Narasimhamurti to address all of us. He's a chairman, Prashanti Bal Mandira Trust, and chief mentor, Sathya Sai Lokaseva Institutions. For all of us from Brindavan Prashantilyam, he's fondly known just as Warden Sir. I've seen him over the last 37 years since the time I was a first degree student. He has been an inspiration to all of us in developing our devotion and attitude of surrender towards Bhagwan, as one who has always embodied the essence of Karishye Vachanam Tava, your wish is my command. Dr. B.N. Narasimhamurti.
With loving pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, brothers and sisters, very dear students, boys and girls, thank you, Vijay Sai, for that very loving introduction. On this beautiful evening, we have listened to two of the speakers who are very, very sincere spiritual aspirants. Why do I say that they are very sincere spiritual aspirants? The very fact that Sister Rezarta came all the way from United States of America to be in the divine presence of her Sadhguru, she is sincere. Similarly, Pavan, he came all the way from Netherlands. Suppose I ask myself a question. Suppose I am born in Chikbalapur, almost Muddenahalli, and I was a very sincere spiritual aspirant even as a young man. Suppose somebody asked me a question. I was told that there is a great spiritual master in, say, Netherlands. I would not have gone. Suppose I was told there is someone in the United States of America who teaches the highest truths, I would not have gone. And most of the Indians would say we would not have gone. They came all the way from there. That shows their sincerity. That is why Swami Vivekananda once said, distinguishing Indians and the Westerners. He said, Western people have thick skulls. For an idea to get into their heads is very difficult, but once it gets in, for the idea to get out also is very difficult. And Indians are thin-skulled, thin. Ideas keep coming in and going out. Not to denigrate this great motherland, India, to this great land, Sister Rezarta, she expressed her gratitude, not without reason. When she said that, I remembered a prophetic statement from one of the greatest historians that the world has seen. Yesterday, Sadhguru said that I am a historian. Having little interest in history, I was greatly inspired by that British historian, Arnold Toynbee. Almost 75 years ago, he made a very important statement. He lived in London. The Second World War had just concluded, and he knew that every minute for 4 years, one European young man was killed. Every minute, continuously for 4 years. What a tragedy for mankind. Then he made this statement. At this supremely dangerous moment in the history of the world, there is only one way of salvation, that is the Indian way. That is what he said. That is why in the last 96 days, we have seen distinguished men and women coming all the way from over 100 countries to this little hamlet of Sathya Sai Grama, Muddenahalli, for only one reason, that the spiritual successor of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, whose birthday we have been celebrating, is in Sathya Sai Grama, Muddenahalli, and that is the only reason all these people have come here. And I see a few hundred devotees and seekers in the audience from outside India. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba called them foreigners for nears. They live far, but very close to my heart, Baba would say. And how many thousands of people came from all over the world to have Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba's darshan? People came for many reasons. But those who came from the West were mostly spiritual aspirants. A few people did come, and I have seen that Baba addressed their problems also. There was one woman from Australia, about 40 years ago, who came to Puttaparthi Prashanti Nilaya. She was on a wheelchair, and she came to Puttaparthi with only one prayer to Baba: Baba, please make me walk again. There was no other prayer. She didn't come as a spiritual aspirant. And Baba answered her prayer. I saw myself on the stage in Purnachandra Auditorium. During his discourse, in the midst of his discourse, Baba called for that lady who was in the audience. She was pushed up to the stage, and Baba just tapped her knees and asked her to get up. She had no confidence because she had not walked for many, many years. Baba said, I am here. Why do you fear? Get up. She got up and she walked. There are such devotees also, there is no doubt about it. I have seen myself, Baba, resurrecting a dead person who was our student. As we celebrate the birthday of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, in the divine presence of his best disciple, Baba's best disciple, whom Baba chiseled bit by bit to make himself into a master like himself. We need to know this. He resurrected people. I saw myself. I can keep on talking about it for any length of time. But most importantly, he came to teach the truth like our Sadguru. Naham manushyo nachadeva yakshaha na brahmachari gruhi vanastaha na brahmano kshatriya vaishya shudraha aham satya bodhakaha satyam shivam sundaram, he said. People asked him, even since his youngest age, people asked him, who are you? Many people asked him, who are you? He gave different answers at different point of time. Even as a schoolboy, he would put his hand into his bag and give to his schoolmates, classmates, whatever they asked him. See, I have not brought a pencil, he would give a pencil. We want some chocolates, toffees, biscuits, anything and everything. Then those little boys asked him, who are you? He said, how do you do all this? He said, a Grama Devata is helping me. A village deity is helping me to do all this. At the age of 14, his own father asked him, because people in the village started spreading all kinds of scandals about this young boy who was just 14 years old. And also, they blamed the parents for encouraging him to do that kind of very strange things. So that day, father was at his wit's end. He wanted to put an end. He took up a big stick in his hands, and when this little boy was teaching bhajans to little children with a few devotees around, he went to him, raised the stick, and asked him, fellow, tell me who you are. Are you a ghost? Are you a devil? Are you a god? Or just a mad fellow? That was the first time he said, I am Sai Baba of Shirdi. Immediately, the stick fell down behind him. And many people asked him, who are you, who are you? To one such question, this is what he said. Naham manushyo nachadeva yakshaha. I am not a man. I am not a demigod. I am not an angel. I am not a brahmana. I am not a kshatriya. I am not a vaishya. I am not a shudra. I am not a brahmachari. I am not a gruhastha. I am not a vanaprastha. I am aham satya bodhakaha. I am the teacher of truth. That's what he said. And in the last 90 days, 96 days, we saw that teacher of truth, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. I had the great opportunity to listen to many of the discourses of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, hundreds of them. And I also had the opportunity to stand by his side on the stage and translate many of his discourses. And what we saw in the last 90 to 96 days is Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba manifesting himself in the form of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, teaching us the highest truths in the simplest form. That is the That is the real manifestation of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Listening to his discourses on the Ashtavakra Gita for more than 90 minutes every day, almost 2 hours every day. And what kind of audience? We have young students, we have people in the 90s, we have spiritual aspirants, we have people who have just come, especially the students who just come for education, but now they have developed so much love for Sadguru. I will tell you, everyone sat with pin drop silence and listened to those discourses, because it is not just the highest truth that your pure consciousness, you are not this body. That is not just that truth. Even the pragmatic truths required for students, young people all over the world, for householders, for aged people, there was everything in Sadguru's Ashtavakra discourses. These are most precious, most valuable. In fact, I want to share with you, some time back, when Sadguru finished his talk, Baba appeared to him and said, "You speak better than me." Then Sadguru said, "Swami, whatever I am today is because of your grace, your will. What am I in your presence?" Then Baba said a very simple truth. "See, Madhusudan, I gave you education. Nobody gave me education. You are more educated than me. That is why you are able to speak truths in such a lucid way, And also his proficiency in the language of English and also Hindi especially, it baffles me. Especially when you get here political leaders from the north, when he speaks in Hindi, everybody feels that he is one of us. And when he speaks in English, anybody from all over the world feels he is one of us. And when he speaks in chaste Kannada while talking to little students in the campuses, they also feel Sadguru is one among us. So Baba shaped Sadguru for a particular reason. See, that is why he says, if you want success in business, don't come to me. If you want your daughter's marriage performed, don't come to me. But all you have a reason to come to me is, I can release you, liberate you from all sorrow and misery once for all by teaching you the highest truth which I learned from my master. Therefore, finally, I would like to conclude. When Pavan spoke of Shraddha, I remembered one shloka which Sadguru taught us during the Ashtavakra discourses. I think that is the key, especially for young people, especially for beginners on the spiritual path. Ashtavakra teaches the highest truth even in 1 or 2 slokas in the first chapter itself. That is the other thing. When he said Shraddha, I remember this. Shraddhasva tata shraddhasva natra moham kurushva boh jnanasvarupo bhagavan atmatvam prakrute paraha. See, this is the key. This is what Sadguru also said in his last discourse on the Ashtavakra Gita. All that you need to do is Shraddhasva Tata Shraddhasva. Develop faith, my dear child. Tata means child. My dear child, develop faith in what I am telling you. You are not this body. You are the divine. Yourself, you are the divine. You need not have to go in search of the divine anywhere. You are already divine. Suppose you say, no, I have committed so many mistakes in my life. I am a sinner. I have committed many faults. I have hurt many people in my life. Sadhguru says, no, still you are divine, in spite of all that. That is to do not with you, that is with your body and mind. You are divine. Believe it. So that is where our redemption starts. When we believe in every word of Sadhguru, especially these Ashtavakra discourses, like many of you, I was very, very, very enthralled. Very, very enthralled. And treasure of wisdom, treasure of the highest truths of Indian culture. But that is not where we have to stop. That's the beginning. And the last point that Sadhguru made after the quiz was, don't stop at just listening. Do manana, contemplate. And most important is nididhyasana. You have to practice and experience the highest truths. On behalf of everyone gathered here and all those thousands of men and women who listened to the Ashtavakra discourses, many of them used to call me or send messages. I offer our collective gratitude at the feet of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai for teaching us these highest truths in the simplest form so that each and every one of us can take a step forward on the spiritual path. With these words, I conclude and pray to Sadhguru for his benedictory discourse on this most wonderful, beautiful evening. Thank you very much. Sai Ram to you.
As Narasimhamurti said, our scriptures are replete with wonderful truths, the truth of our very existence, that which tells us that you are none other than divine, which is rarely found in any other scriptures or philosophies of the world around. The only reason why we don't experience it is because we have forgotten it. That's what Rezarta was telling. What we need to do is to remember who we truly are. But oftentimes we forget and we get entangled in the idea of the existence that we experience on a daily basis, the body, mind, emotions, intelligence. And then we forget the real existence of ours, and that needs some reminders. And scriptures are the reminders which keep on repeating this truth to us. That is why the more we read these scriptures, the more it becomes a part of us, and it becomes a habit after some time to believe in them and behave accordingly. But it does not happen on the day one. It takes a long, long time to let go of lot of layers and layers of false identities till you reach the core of who you are. It's like peeling an onion. It's not easy, not because it is so many layers to peel, but it is a painful process too, to peel away all that which is not you and let only that real you remain. It is not easy. Some people can perhaps do it quickly because of their past lives in which they have done enough efforts. But some people may take a long time. So each has their own journey towards that truth. And each journey is beautiful, also painful at times. My journey has been extremely adventurous. Was it painful? Yes and no. Was it exciting? Yes and no. Was it very exhilarating? Yes and no. Was it very elevating? Yes and no. Because there is no binary in spirituality. You see, it's an experience, and the intensity of it differs from person to person. So when Bhagavan started teaching, when he was teaching in the college times, those were very Advaitic discourses, and most of it used to go over our heads. And we would not understand because he would pick up a concept and he could elaborate one idea for 2.5 hours. Only he could do that. Of course, there was translation, so that would eat half the time. So at least an hour, hour and a half, he would go on explaining it. But most of us who were not ready to receive it, because we were not mature to understand what he was saying, we used to find it difficult. And then he would garnish it with some nice stories, parables, and some poems and songs in between, a joke here and there, to keep us engaged and entertained. And I used to wonder, how does he get all these ideas? He feels the pulse of the audience and then he changes the track and brings a story, a joke, something to just keep everybody engaged. It was spontaneous flow. So one day I went up to him and told him, Swami, how do you do it? You say it so simply. And so many things you say. In one discourse, it's like a buffet. There is something for the Advaitin, there is something for the Vishishtadvaitin, there is something for the Dvaitin, there is something for a simple-hearted Bhakta, there is something for the Karma Yogi, there is something for the Jnana Yogi. All kinds of people used to come. Arti, Artharti, Jignasu, Jnani, all kinds of categories of devotees. And he will have something to offer to everybody, a little bit. So well spread out kind of a discourse where everybody will have something to taste and eat and enjoy and then take back with them. That's why sometimes I used to wonder, his discourses to be sometimes incoherent, because he's actually addressing different audience at the same time. So you will find why this is not matching or connecting, because he had a very diverse set of audience. But at the end he would convey the message and you will get your message. That is important. So one day I went up to him. I was a student. I had a lot of privileges. I took a lot of liberty as well. Calculated liberty. And then he would talk to me, so I was just 2 steps up. There was a small portico. So go up, and then he was talking, and then I told him, Swami, you speak so well. Everything we understand so well. Whatever you taught that day. And he immediately said, and I said, books don't do the same. When we read books, we don't understand. Then he said in Telugu, very beautiful phrase, Adi grandhamu, nadi gandhamu, he says. That is granthamu. Grantha means book. Nadi gandhamu, mine is fragrance, like scent of the flower. Effortlessly you can experience it. You don't have to put too much effort. But if you want to read books, it's a lot of effort. So his mind is just like spontaneous, effortless fragrance of the flowers. You experience it then and there. That is how I speak, he said. And that remained with me. How should one speak? Should speak so effortlessly. Speak from the heart. That is how you can get on the other side. If you don't speak from the heart and you speak from the head, nothing is going to touch anybody. No audience will be impressed. Nobody, including Bhagavan, was never impressed. Whatever you memorize great shlokas, lot of poetry, songs, and try to impress him, he's never impressed. He's always impressed when people spoke from their hearts. Even whatever you spoke may not have been the greatest of the truths or the best of the experiences, but as long as it was genuine, honest, and truthful, he always appreciated that. So I also keep telling our people, always speak from the heart. Because heart touches the heart. Otherwise, only from the throat, it only goes till the ears. It doesn't go beyond. But speak from the heart, it will go to the heart of the other person. Be genuine and honest in whatever you're conveying. Do not borrow ideas and repeat. Say what you have experienced. So I said some people should speak, because I had 1 or 2 days little free for me in the evening. So I said some people can speak, and I am very happy that Rezarta spoke her experience. Very symbolically, very allegorically, but she conveyed the message. There are parts within us unhealed, and which we tend to or try to forget, but then they remain there somewhere, and they trouble us, and they all need to be healed. We must go back and revisit them and do what is right. I'm happy that transformation happening, because the teacher's greatest joy is transformation of the student. So we met her. I think in New York, when I had gone for some meeting there 2 years ago, met when she said she would like to come to Mother India. I said, I'll be very happy. So she's here for so many days and going around seeing from north up Himalayas to south Kanyakumari. She's gone everywhere. and seeing the length and breadth of the country and understanding the spiritual energy and the vibes of this country. It is not there anywhere. Pavan used to say, Yanna Bharate, Tanna Bharata. What's not there in Bharata is not there anywhere in the world. So that is a beautiful speech. And then the other side, yes, you can clap, please, all those. And on the other side, Pavan, he is a young boy with a golden heart. His wife may not agree, but I insist that he has one. And I told this young couple, they are just building their lives. At that age, most of the people would worry about their future, start saving and doing all kinds of things to build up their assets and things like that. But these two people, they are carefree, not careless. They are carefree. Because whatever is needed, they don't keep anything with them. I many times told them, you have a son, he's growing up, you have long life ahead, save something and do something. They don't care. They find out that something else is to be done, else is needed, that's it. They'll go and send off all the money and spend the money. And I told many times, don't do that. I'm sure their parents agree with me. But they are not like that. Anything and everything. So I keep telling Pavan that I thought first that his wife at least would drive some sense into him. But I realized his wife is even worse than him. She says, why do you even have to ask me? Just give it wherever is needed. I don't even care. So I said, you are really made for each other. You will never save a rupee in your life. Because they always keep doing so much seva. Whatever is required, whichever part of the world, they find out and do it. This is the reason why all this is happening. The transformation has happened. It is not very easy. The first time when you have to, open your fist, the tight fist is very difficult. Even I was very tight. But Bhagavan opened one finger, one at a time. Once you open the thumb, the remaining fingers open easily. So that letting go is a part of spiritual process. And letting go it is not easy process. You want to have control over yourselves. You want to have a predictable life. You want to know what's coming next and how are you going to deal with it. You do not want uncertainties. That is how people want to live. But with God, life is an adventure. An adventure, by definition, is uncertain. It will keep throwing new surprises at every turn. And you should be ready for it, not with fear and shock, but in the spirit of adventure, with that excitement of what's coming next, let us see. That joy should be there in living. That is exactly how it should be. People go for adventure sports. Even we have now in Nandi Hills, unfortunately now, this has become a tourist destination and they have paragliding and I don't know, they're building a ropeway or something like that. I'm planning to shift out somewhere else now. Because this place is becoming, half of it is my fault, others is the government's fault. They're building a whole town around this place. But the idea is that we love adventure as long as it is predictable. But adventure cannot be predictable. It has to be that which brings you some surprises, twists and turns, some suspense, some animation. And we should be ready for that. Life is a roller coaster ride. There is no doubt about it. Nobody can have a smooth, straight road without any issues. That's not life at all. Only dead people have no such problems. If you are alive, you have to have problems. And if you have no problems, then you must be dead. So you have to be ready for that. But I see these youngsters, these young missionaries, even a country like Netherlands, which is very attractive. You see, people go there to make their careers and build their lives. They're not attracted by all that. I went to their home, such a simple home, hardly there is anything over there. No furniture, nothing. I said, what is this home? They said, that is how they live. They don't care. Youngsters like this. But ready to do any seva. So Pavan on the other side is another kind. So many of them, I'm just sampling people and telling you that you know what kind of people are a part of this mission. And they are the reasons, they are pure-hearted people, and that is why this mission is running. It runs only on pure hearts, pure feelings, pure sentiments. No selfishness, no desires, no self-interest. That is why this is growing and growing and growing, and nobody is able to stop it. How can anybody stop purity, selflessness? These are the greatest forces on earth, biggest powers. Nobody can stop it. This is what I learned from Bhagavan. And he used to tell in discourses, anybody who is selfless and decides to do good to the people, God's power is going to be with them. Everything will be at their feet, he used to say. You have to have that faith and goodness and do good. But total good, not partial good. Okay, 50% I am selfless, 50% I am selfish. Can I still achieve this? No. Either you are totally selfless or you are not selfless at all. This part selflessness, part divinity, part spirituality doesn't work for him. Even part devotion has to be complete, purna. And that he always said. And I think I took some time to learn that. I learned the hard way because I am fortunate that I had a master who went after me, who did not give up, who did not leave my hand, who did not let me run away from the battlefield. He insisted that I stay and do what is needed. It took some time and effort, but letting go is such a freedom. You have to let go to only know there is so much freedom. Bhagavan used to tell very simply. You say if you hold a kerchief, it is an effort. Drop it, you are free, there is no effort. So be free, he used to say. But we try to hold on to that kerchief for our dear life because we believe in that security that comes from things and people and relationships and positions. We believe in that. That's our, whatever you call it, the trappings of the support system. But the truth is that freedom is the true strength. And that is what Ashtavakra kept on telling. Be free, be free. Mukta evasi sarvada. You are always free. This idea of bound is an illusion. And this idea of security is also an illusion. What can be permanent over here? Tell me. She came from Albania. She also had a family home. Suddenly there was a government which went crazy and people had to flee the country and take refuge and in America or wherever. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? So take refuge in your own freedom, the ability to detach and move. And don't build houses on the bridges. That's not the way one should live one's life. That is Ashtavakra's essence. But is it so easy to do it? Not at all. If you ask me, is it easy? Not at all. Once I told Bhagavan also, this is so difficult, what you're making me do is so difficult. And his answer was, when did I say it is going to be easy? I never promised this is going to be easy, but this is going to be good. This is what is right. Difficulty, yes, it will be. You will learn it. You will overcome. You will develop the strength and stamina to go through it. So keep at it, keep at it. So that was the secret. Keeping at it was the secret. Not giving up is the secret. Letting go is the secret. Then you realize that freedom. And that freedom is so liberating. And that freedom everybody should enjoy. That is all I want everybody to do. You must taste that freedom. Freedom of belonging to no one, to no place, and nobody and no place belongs to you. You see, you belong to all or you belong to none. One of the two you choose as a philosophy. Either everything is mine and I am everybody's. That's one philosophy. Or nothing is mine, I am nobody's. That is the other philosophy. Take one of the two. I took the philosophy, everybody is mine, I am by everybody's. That's a little more positive. The glass is half empty or half full, both are same. But somebody who says glass is half full sounds a little better than the one who says glass is half empty. So the idea of nobody belongs to me, I belong to none, sounds like half empty glass. Whereas I belong to all and all belong to me, sounds like the glass half full. So I took that path. But this idea that I belong to some and only some belong to me, that's the confusion. That's where all the trouble starts. You can't pick and choose. I only belong to so many people and so many people only belong to me. And then I keep changing them every now and then based on my transactions and whatever happens in the relationships. That's not the way Bhagavan says. Either or, this way. So think like that. Either build your heart so big that the whole world fits in. Or give up your heart to God. Give away your heart to God. Nobody is there. Nobody can be there. Only God. Choose one of the paths. That is the spiritual path. But positive thing is, our sages would say, it's better we think that everybody belongs to us and we belong to all. That is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one world, one family, and live your life accordingly. I'm not saying you can solve everybody's problem or your own problems. Problems will come and go. You have to just watch it as a witness and deal with it as it comes. That is the only way. When people write to me, oh, there is so much happening and then this will happen and that will happen, I said, okay, we will deal with it as it comes. We will cross the bridge when it comes. You can't predict and control things. That doesn't work. The more you try to control and predict, the more freedom you lose. The more you bind yourself with that idea. And then you're afraid at every step, because every step you're calculating whether this will lead to something that's not going to be very secure or safe. Then you never grow. You never grow. So the idea of freedom comes from letting go, not from holding on. And that freedom is spiritual freedom that everybody should enjoy. Anyway, Ashtavakra, because he raised the topic of Ashtavakra, I continued in my philosophical way. But yes, mentally let go of things. Physically, you might still have to have things to live in the world, but mentally you should have no attachment to that. Otherwise, you will become like that sage who was hiding his kamandalu in the sand. And everybody thought that's a ritual before you go for bath in the river. So everybody made shivlingas out of sand. When he returned from his bath, he couldn't identify which was his. The idea of holding on to things, kamandalu itself becomes an attachment now. So let us not do that. Let us not make those sand lingas out of our kamandalus and get confused. Let us leave it free. If it's ours, it will always be with us. If it is not ours, we cannot keep it with us. This simple philosophy you follow. What's yours will come back to you. What's not yours will not ever be with you. So live a free, happy and light life. That is important. And that is why all the sacrifice service that I keep insisting on is to let go of some bit of it. Let go. And let go of your shame, let go of your fear, let go of your apprehensions, let go of your individuality. So many things to let go. I'm not saying let go of physical things. Let go of these mental ideas, these constructs that make us feel secure and safe. None of these actually are really secure and safe. These are all illusions. They don't exist. But we feel because everybody feels so. But then if you live in the company of such people, you will also think like them, you'll become one of them. So we try to live in the company of right people, read the right books, study the right scriptures, behave the right way. And that is how things are different. If somebody makes a small sacrifice and feels pained by it, they have not learned how to sacrifice. Every sacrifice should give you freedom and joy. And sacrifice also is a big word. Every time you let go, it should give you more freedom and more joy, and less fear and less apprehensions. That is how one should live one's life. I am also very thankful to all the wonderful people who have let go some bit of it as CSR, because they have to spend their time or their energy or their money or something to help others. It means to that extent you are letting go. See, to that extent you are improving. So CSR is a great idea. So many people have come forward and done that. I'm very happy to have Daphner Instruments here. I'm very glad because they looked after us so well when I went to see them in Germany. They showed us around the entire factory. What a wonderful story. Their grandfather started this small instrument company, and when he never knew English. Yet he went around the world, sold his instruments simply because of the quality that it had. It needed no words, no marketing, no conversations, no convincing. The instruments spoke for themselves. That was the quality with which it was built. And today it's a global company and we buy a lot of our surgical instruments from them. And I'm very happy. I invited them to come to India. This is the first time she has come. I'm very glad and I'm very happy to receive both of you here. Then Home of Hope, again from the US. She met me in the US just once. And then she said, I want to come and do something. I'm moved by this whole idea. So I told, all right, come to India and we will do whatever we can. And they came all the way and they're still raising funds and trying to do for medical school. Basically, the idea is that medical education being free is revolutionary. It has never happened anywhere. Now slowly we are listening or hearing stories of people getting there. But mostly it never happened before. So I'm very grateful to Home of Hope for all the support and the service that you have been providing. They themselves being medical professionals, so it is easy for them to understand. Rotary International, our partner in so many projects, and 3192 has been assisting us, I don't know from how many years, in small and big ways. And today they also, with the foundation, got together to open 10 Sai Swasthya wellness clinics across this state and beyond. And that's a great public health intervention. I think the results of it we will get to see in a couple of years, that how it has transformed the healthcare landscape of India, not allowing tertiary care emergencies to happen. predicting and preventing them right in the beginning, so that the people also don't go through the difficulty, nor the hospitals have the burden of treating such high and tertiary requirements. So that is how we can unburden our country of tertiary healthcare issues and also unburden the public at large. So preventive and educative and predictive health is what we are investing in a big way. And thank you for being a part of it. It will definitely make a difference to the people's lives. Mission Samruddhi, that's a Polaris Foundation, and they have been supporting us. So thank you very much for that. You continue to grow and continue to support more. That's what I would expect. Then Thrive Global, earlier it was Thrive, now it is Engine. And then they have supported us with the Heart Valve Bank. As you know, this is the first, perhaps the only free Heart Valve Bank where you can, and tomorrow it will become the organ bank and it will grow from there. We have got all the licenses. We started it in a small way. But this will help us to treat a lot of patients from around the world using the valves which have been harvested from living organisms, so that you don't have to, when you use non-organic valves, they undergo some trouble. You have to have a lot of medications and things like that. But when it is natural, it works better. So we have already got the Heart Valve Bank in place. Thank you for supporting that in the very beginning when we started this project, you supported us, and after that many people joined. But you began the journey. And of course, Joshi ji and wife, Alcon SA, for taking me to Daphna and building this bridge between Daphna and us. And that is helping us now. And we have now a bigger hospital, so we have more work to do. Because that hospital is much larger than these hospitals. And in the future, many more may come up. So we look forward to a lasting partnership with yourself as well as Daphne Instruments. I'm very happy that all of you could come here. As I especially want to tell about Nilima ji, because, see, not everybody keeps up their word. When they meet me, they're very excited, they're very emotional, because they are inspired at that moment. But then life's realities dawn upon them, they have 100 things to do, and this is one of those million promises they have made. So, not everybody follows up. Especially I'm talking about going to the US. Because a lot of people meet, they feel very happy, they get very excited, but not everybody follows up and does that. But Dr. Nilima came all the way from the US on her own, spent time here to understand what's going on for herself. Because unless she understands, she can't explain to the others there who don't come here. So she came and with her husband, spent some time, took it up as her life's mission, and goes around now talking about the medical mission and the medical college and raising awareness and support for that. So that is the kind of commitment that I look at. When you say, you do. I'm particularly grateful to her. As Narasimhamurti said, if something was happening in the US, how many of us would go and help there? Or go on our own and check out what's going on and learn and then spread the word? Not many. But these are very nice people, and that is why this mission is running. These small drops from every side, they are filling the pot. And that is the magic of this mission, that it is not built by one person's contribution or one person's strength. It is a collective. And once I asked Bhagwan also, you can make it easier for me, How? You know how. But he said, why do you have to meet so many people around the world? Why do I have to keep working all the time? He said, see, the mission is only an excuse. It is the transformation of the people that is my lookout. If you meet more people, then only they will get to know this truth, they will get transformed too. But if one person does all the job here, you would not travel, you won't meet anybody, you would not transform anybody. So my real purpose is lost. The real mission is, let everybody do little. And in that doing little, they are getting transformed. That's the true mission. It's not about one person doing it all. So that is the idea why this mission is running with the help of so many people. And when children hear this, they will get inspired. When they grow up, they will remember these stories and they would like to do more for others. That is how it is going to be. Transforming humanity. Not just giving them education, health or nutrition, but it is about transforming their hearts. That happens when everybody gets involved in some way. Some little effort we should put, all of us should put a little effort. And that is how we can do not only an impact on the social side, but spiritual side. That is what is important. So let us keep working in the small and big ways and let go and let God, let that be the formula. And whatever God decides, let it be with me. What He doesn't decide, why should I have it? Let go, let God. In fact, that's the name of the chapter, a very painful chapter in my autobiography. I don't know how many have read that, the Story Divine, part 1. Part 1, yes, part 1. There is this chapter called Let Go, Let God. I think that will be a good chapter to read. If you haven't read, go and read it. Because it does talk about how God would want you to let go of everything and have only Him. And it's not easy because we want to keep our safety nets intact. Before jumping, we want to look at what are the safety precautions. But then God is an abyss. And you have to, if you have courage, you have to jump. I believe St. Francis of Assisi who said this. God is an abyss. If you have faith, jump. Then only you find God. You don't find God by calculating the route, planning your journey, and making your safety nets. That doesn't find you God. So let go, let God. Let that be the way of life. I'm sure you'll find that freedom that waits at the end of this journey, and you will have a happy and joyful life. So with these words of blessings, we also have a beautiful concert coming up by Pandit Ronu Majumdar. He's one of the pioneers in Indian classical music, especially Hindustani, and he's a flautist, and he would be performing tonight. So I'll come back after a short break. Once again, I want to thank everybody who is a part of this mission, who has come from so many places, and they're all helping in small and big ways. May this lead to your own transformation and your freedom and the joy that comes with it. Let it be yours. With these words, I conclude and I'll come back.
We'll take a short break of 10 minutes, after which we'll reconvene for the Bansuri recital of Pandit Ronu Majumdar. Thank you. Om Shri Sai Ram. This evening, we have a Bansuri recital by Padma Shri Pandit Ranendranath Majumdar. Lovingly known as Ronu Majumdar, he stands as one of the most celebrated and globally acclaimed Bansuri virtuosos of our times. A Grammy-nominated artist and a recipient of numerous national and international honors, he represents the finest expression of the Hindustani classical music tradition. Born and raised in the spiritually vibrant city of Banaras, his musical journey is deeply rooted in the illustrious Maihar Gharana. His initial training began under his father, Dr. Bhanu Majumdar, followed by vocal training with Pandit Lakshman Prasad Jaipurwale, and he later mastered the flute under the legendary Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao, who shaped him into the extraordinary artist he is today. A true innovator, Pandit Ronuji designed the iconic Shankh Bansuri, a 3-foot-long flute that has become a signature instrument. As a pioneer of Indo-world fusion music, he has collaborated with global icons such as George Harrison and Pandit Ravi Shankar for the iconic albums Passages and Chants of India. He has over 30 audio releases and hundreds of concerts across continents. He also has a Guinness World Record to his credit for the largest Hindustani classical concert with 546 participants playing different classical instruments. Pandit Ronu Majumdar has conducted a record-breaking concert called Venu Nada with 5,378 flautists on one stage. Accompanying him is Sri Kalpesh Sachala, the senior-most disciple of Pandit Ronu Majumdar, renowned for his melodious blowing technique. Kalpesh ji brings a deeply spiritual dimension to his music, which has become his signature style. For over 20 years, he has performed solos, duets, and jugalbandis, while also accompanying his revered guru, Pandit Ronu Majumdar, on numerous prestigious platforms. Pandit ji has been conferred many awards, including the prestigious Padma Shri Award this year, and Pandit Ronu Majumdar ji has been conferred many awards, including Padma Shri Award this year. He also has been the recipient of All India Radio Award, Aditya Vikram Birla Award, National Kumar Gandharva Award, and Sangeet Natak Academy Award for his contribution to Indian classical music. On the tabla, accompanying him, we have Sri Ajit Pathak. He's an accomplished percussionist trained in the illustrious Darbhanga Malik Gharana, renowned for preserving the ancient Drupad tradition of Bihar. He received his training under his father, Pandit Dev Chandra Pathak, the esteemed Ustad Sabir Khan, and Pandit Kishan Maharaj ji. Ajit ji's tabla artistry reflects a remarkable confluence of the Farrukhabad and Banaras Gharanas, showcasing both depth and dynamism for his playing. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the world-renowned Bansuri maestro, Padma Shri Pandit Ronu Majumdar.
Om Sai Ram. First of all three of us do our humble pranam to Swamiji's feet. What a wonderful sentence, one world, one family. This is the third time I'm performing here. What a saubhagya. Bade bhag manus tan pawa. So, bade bhagya se yahan bajane ko mila. When the call came, I said, Guruji is again calling me. Swamiji, Swami Bhagwan is again calling me. And last time, I just want to share one thing very emotionally. After the concert, I played with my son, Rag Puriya, I remember. And I was telling Swamiji, many things we were talking. I said, Swamiji, I'm playing last 50 years. Started at the age of 30, my first concert. Still, I have not got the Padma Shri award. Swamiji said, don't even think about it. They will call you and give you. And that's what happened this year. I stopped thinking about my Padma Awards and other things. Kept doing my sadhana. And Swamiji's word, how can it go wrong? How can it go otherwise? And they called me, and this year they gave me Padma Shri. We all are sitting in front of him, getting his blessing. And I keep changing the rag sometimes after coming on the stage. That's what I've been doing all my life. Now, I just, while sound check, my mood went to a rare Jajavanti Bhageshriyam, because Desham, everyone plays, but Bhageshriyam is becoming rare and rare. Ustad Fayaz Khan Sahab used to sing. And Dr. N. Rajan plays and I play. Very few people try that. And I want Swamiji's blessing so that I can do justice to the rag. And the alap should come from the heaven. Thank you. Pranam. जी के चरणों में अजीत भाई के साथ, कल्पेश भाई के साथ रूपक ताल एक बहुत सुंदर बंदिश और 3 ताल में पुरानी बंदिश। मोरे मंदिर अब हो नहीं आए, कामों से चूक भई मोरी सजनी, जब से गए कछु सुध हो न लीनी, कौन सौतन बिलमाई रे सजनी। From Gandhar to Rishabh become so big if you really do the good mean. Anaghat, Anaghat. तीन ताल मोरे मंदिर, मोरे मंदिर, ओल्ड कंपोजिशन. लाइनें बड़ी सुंदर है. मैं एक लाइन गाता हूँ आप लोगों की आज्ञा लेके. मोरे मंदिर अब नहीं आए, मोरे मंदिर अजहू नहीं आए. कामों से चूक भाई मोरी सजनी, कामों से चूक भाई मोरी सजनी. मोरे मंदिर अजहू नहीं आए, मोरे मंदिर. जब से गए कछु सुदाऊ नलिनी, जब से गए कछु सुदाऊ नलिनी. कौन सोतान बेलमाई रे सजनी. मोरे मंदिर, मोरे मंदिर, मोरे मंदिर जाओ आए. मोरे मोरे मंदिर. I was thinking what to play next. I will just play bhajan for Guruji's seva and take the divine blessing. This is a very big occasion, 100th year of Bhagavan Sathya Sai, and this World Cultural Festival is to bring us together as one world, one family. In Pahari Rag, it's a mixture of Pahari and Maj Khamaj. पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो. It's a blessing from Gurudev. Why can't we sing together? Payo ji maine Ram ratan dhan payo. Payo ji maine Ram ratan dhan payo. Payo ji maine Ram ratan dhan payo. Payo ji maine janam janam ki पूंजी पाई जन्म जन्म की पूंजी पाई जग में सभी को पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन 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 पायो पायो. In the same kind of rag, Chap Tilak is coming in my mind. I'm playing a little bit of Chap Tilak. Arti or whatever. Guruji's order will do. Energy is immense. Shall I play one more? Guruji, Swamiji, Gurudev, our Bhagwan says, play one more item. And since I was born in Varanasi, Harishchandra Ghat, so Kajri Chaiti, they are part of me from 6 years of my age. I used to go to Tumri Samrat, Pandit Mahadev Prasad Mishra, and then our very dear Channu Chacha, Channu uncle, passed away. He was a great singer. He used to come to Swamiji always and talk about his huge gyan about Sare Gama, Utpatti of Sangeet, many things. So as a remembrance of those Vidwan, I am playing a Kajri of Varanasi. Beautiful Kajri in Khemta Tal, double Dadra you can say. सावन झर लागेला धीरे धीरे 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 Gurva Kajri, where you enjoy dance with the Bhagwan. Sai Ram, Sadguru Sai, blessings. We are elevated and nothing else we need in life. Everything is given by Bhagwan.
कुछ समय हो गया था ये आए नहीं, लेकिन इस बार उनका आना हो पाया और बहुत अच्छा लगा उन्होंने, क्योंकि मैं नॉर्थ इंडिया में पला बढ़ा हूँ तो मुझे ये सब की आदत है और उन्होंने कजरी से जो समा बांध दिया, वो बनारस का जो माहौल बना दिया और वो राधा कृष्ण जी का स्मरण करा दिया सबको। तो बहुत सुंदर आपकी प्रस्तुति। एंड ऑफ कोर्स वी एंजॉयड द रागा एज वेल, यू नो, दैट वाज वन पार्ट। और पायो जी मैंने वो भी सबका पसंदीदा भजन, पर मेरे ख्याल से कजरी वाज द थिंग दैट स्टोल आवर हार्ट्स। आपने जी बहुत सुंदर, बहुत अच्छा लगा। बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद आप सबको भी, और आप बार बार आते रहिए और ऐसे ही अपनी संगीत सेवा से लोगों को मंत्रमुग्ध करते रहिए। बिल्कुल
हरदम सेवा का
हमेशा आते रहिए, हमेशा आते रहिए, ठीक है, अच्छी बात।
सर्वसुगुण सिंधवे सकल सुजन बंधवे, सर्वसुगुण सिंधवे सकल सुजन बंधवे, गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम्, सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम्। दीन दुखित पोषकाय दान धर्म प्रेरकाय, दीन दुखित पोषकाय दान धर्म प्रेरकाय, सर्वलोकहितरताय सर्वमङ्गलम्, सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम्। वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिसापनाय, वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिसापनाय, ब्रह्मज्ञानबोधकाय दिव्यमङ्गलम्, सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम्। सत्य साई प्रियाय सत्य प्रेम विग्रहाय, सत्य साई प्रियाय सत्य प्रेम विग्रहाय, नित्य शुद्ध निर्मलाय नित्य मंगलम्, सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय दिव्य मंगलम्, सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम्। ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे, भक्त जना संरक्षक, भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वर। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते, स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते, आश्रित कल्पलतिका, आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धव। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, माता पिता गुरुदैवं मरियन्तयु नीवे, स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे, नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ, नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ, नागेन्द्राशयन। ओम जय जगदीश हरि, ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेव, सद्गुरु साई महादेवा, मंगल हारति अंतुको, मंगल हारति अंतुको, मंगल गिरिधारी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण, नारायण नारायण ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य, नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा। नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य, नारायण 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 ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य, नारायण नारायण ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा। नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य, नारायण 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 ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य, नारायण नारायण ओम। जय सद्गुरुदेवा। शांति शांति शान्तिः समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय। जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय।